Hi again. You are now going to see 2 short video interviews. These videos illustrate one possible scenario and show what you might expect in the planning stage mentoring sessions for the graded unit. Remember, this is only one scenario. There are a number of possible scenarios dependent on what you would like your project to be about and where you would like it to go. Good luck! First mentoring session. The planning stage of the graded unit allows you to think about what your project is going to be and decide how you will go about it. In the first mentoring session, you have the opportunity to talk about the project requirements and choose what you want to do. The scenario you will hear is between student Brian and his tutor. Hi Brian, it's good to see you. Well, this project is a chance for you to put together a portfolio that you could take to an interview, either for a job in the music industry, or maybe to a local authority for a music tutor job, or for the next stage of your education, say as part of an application to university. It's a chance to sell yourself and really make the most of your achievements. It's also a great way of pulling together what you've done on the course and seeing how the different classes work together and what you've learned in them.
Sounds like this might be important for my future. Do I get to play my guitar?
Almost certainly. There's going to be some performances necessary depending on the focus of your project. But the idea here is not to reinvent things but use what you've already done for other classes, so you should be able to use materials, maybe videos from your guitar class. In terms of your future, you'll have something that will only need updating as you get better to showcase the best. The first stage, though, is planning. What you'll need to do is think about what it is you intend to do and how you will get there. It is also important to think about showing what you have learned during the course, especially from the core units. Are you going to showcase yourself to go into further education, for example?
So I've got to get an outline of what I'm planning together and show where I'm getting information from.
Yes, exactly. You will put together a plan stating how you are going to complete the project and identify how you will address any issues. It is important that you include your interpretation of the brief, that's to say what is it you have been asked to do, how you will do it. Then create some aims for your project. You would ideally make SMART objectives. You can look up what that means in the support materials in the gig bag if you're unsure.
Are these like goals, where I'm going?
Yes, that's right. As I said, there are support materials in the gig bag to help you. Use single quote. You'll also have to have a statement identifying what information sources will be used, and then a statement identifying resources and maybe how they will be used. Finally, you'll have to give an idea of the stages of the project with timings. This may include the use of a Gantt chart. Again, look at the support materials in the Blackboard gig bag. The Blackboard materials also include a document titled Portfolio Contents that will give clear guidance regarding what the ideal portfolio will contain for a range of work opportunities, so have a good look at that as well.
That sounds fairly straightforward, I think.
It is, but as you know, the project is based on the core units of the course. First, Study 1, Creative Industries Infrastructure, Working in the Creative Industries, Music Theory 1, and Practical Musicianship. You'll need to show in your plan that your project demonstrates something that you have learned in these units. So, for example, if you decide to do your project on instrumental instruction, how could you show something of what you've learned in, say, Music Theory 1?
For that, I suppose I could create teaching materials, or teach the students to read music.
Very good. Some properly notated teaching materials would show that you understand and can apply some of the knowledge from one of the core units. You just need to think about all the core units in turn and see what you could use from them to help your project. Which core unit do you think you could use information from to produce teaching materials?
That would probably be First Study and maybe Music Theory.
Yeah, that's right. What if you were doing, say, the composer/performer option? Can you think of anything from the core units that would help there?
Well, I suppose the live performance skills from Practical Musicianship and First Study, and some of the stuff I've done with my guitar teacher. I'm doing live performance as well, so there's bound to be something there.
That's right. And how would you put those into a portfolio? What evidence could you provide?
I'll probably have some video recordings of me playing, but I don't know how to get them for the portfolio.
You'll need to make copies for yourself. You could put clips in an electronic portfolio, or put them on a DVD in a paper-based portfolio. The important thing is that you understand how the different units work together. So, thinking about the choices, is there one you think might be best for you?
Well, I'm very interested in writing my own songs.
How do you think you could develop that into a career? What would you need to know and be able to do?
I'd need a good demo to send to record companies.
What about copyright?
I'll be learning about that in the creative industries units, I think, as well as how to present my demo and marketing materials.
Exactly. So there's a piece of evidence for your portfolio straight away. You can show something of what you learned in the creative industries class, and how this has helped you understand how to copyright your work.
I'll also need to get a band together to gig my songs to perfect them and see if they work with an audience.
So where would you find evidence of you doing that for your portfolio?
From live performance and first study, I guess.
Yeah, right again. Remember that to move your career forward you'll have to plan every part of it. You'll have to say how you will fund things, what marketing and promotion you'll need, as well as any legal issues like copyright and contractual commitments. The course will provide all of this, and you just have to make sure that you plan to include these elements in your portfolio.
So I make a plan to collect things from the course to include in my portfolio, to show how I'll move my career forward, then say why I think these things are important to my portfolio, and also where I got the skills or knowledge, although that's most likely to be the units in the course. Is that the main part of planning the project?
Basically, it's as straightforward as that. Think about every aspect of the course, especially concentrating on the core units, and use the online materials to help inform and guide you. And before you know where you are, you'll be wondering how to condense everything you have into a meaningful portfolio. Any questions, Brian?
No, I think that's all I need, thanks.
Okay then, see you at the next session.
Yeah, thanks, and see you next time.